Hi children, welcome to grade 5 Science. Today we are going to discuss about the chapter 6, that is diseases. So what are diseases? Any illness that causes disorder in your body and makes you feel sick is called disease. And the causes of diseases are due to microorganisms, lack of nutrients and improper functioning of body organs. Microorganisms are very minute organisms that cannot be seen by our naked eyes. It can be seen under only through microscope. Okay, they can be found in soil, water, food, waste, etc. Okay, some of the microorganisms are bacteria, viruses and protozoa. And here is the list of diseases caused by those microorganisms. Then lack of nutrients. Nutrients are very necessary to our body to do work. Okay, our food contains the nutrients such as carbohydrate, fat, proteins, vitamin, minerals, etc. When any one of the nutrient in our food is very low or cannot present, it leads to some diseases. Such types of diseases are due to lack of nutrients in our food. Okay, we had discussed about those diseases and the deficiency of such nutrients, right? So next term you had discussed is malnutrition. Malnutrition is categorized as undernutrition and overnutrition. Undernutrition in sense, if some of the nutrition may not be sufficient to our body, is known as undernutrition. That is the diseases that are Kwashiorkor and marasmus. And overnutrition, if we consume a particular nutrition in very large amount, it sense it leads to overnutrition. For example, if we consume more fat, then it leads to obesity. Okay, this is about malnutrition. Then improper functioning of body organs. Due to age fact, our body organs may become weak and cannot function properly, and this also led to disease. So some of the diseases might be heart attack, arthritis and cataract. Okay, then types of diseases. The two types of diseases are communicable diseases, non-communicable diseases. Communicable diseases can spread to other persons easily. They are also known as contagious or infectious diseases. Example are flu, tuberculosis, common cold, fever, chickenpox, measles, etc. And non-communicable diseases, they cannot be spread to other persons, right? The example for this disease are night blindness, beriberi, cancer, heart attack, etc. Right? And means of spread. How these communicable diseases can spread from one person to another person? Yes, it can be spread either through water, air, sexual contact or other animals. Mosquito is the important creature which spreads the malaria, dengue and chikungunya from an infected person to a normal person through the blood stream, right? And here are some list of diseases that can be spread through the air, water, sexual contact and other animals, right? And also we had discussed about the prevention of these communicable diseases. How we can prevent? We have to maintain good hygiene. We should drink boiled water. We should not let water to stagnate near our house. We should not dump the garbage. We should not get into contact with the person who are suffering from the communicable diseases. We should use pest repellents. Okay, so these are some preventing measures in order to control the spreading of communicable diseases, right? So next topic is natural defense of the body. So we may have the immunity power, no children, in our blood. As we studied in the circulatory system, the blood contains WBC, RBC and platelets, right? The purpose of WBC is to help our body, that is make our body to fight against the disease causing germ. So what that is called? It is called immunity. Very good. So our body also, by a body itself having some immunity power in order to fight with the disease causing germs. So that tends to be natural defense of the body. right? And also our body structure and creature also helps us to defend. Let's see how it helps us to defend against the diseases, germs. So the first one, fine hair and sticky substance present inside our nose. Our nose might contain hair and mucus. No, for what it is present inside our nose? In order to filter the dust particles in air. Okay, so mucus is a sticky substance, whereas hair filters, and that mucus, since it is a sticky substance, the dust particles may stick into that mucus. Okay, so we can able to breathe the pure air. And sweat contains some unwanted waste from our body, inside our body, so it comes out of our body in the form of sweat. And tears also clears the dust inside our eyes. Then acid produced in our stomach. So the acid produced in our stomach helps us to burn the food, that is digest our food, and also it burn the microorganisms present in that food. And white blood cells, it is the main one which protects our body from disease causing germs, and which is also present in the bloodstream. Okay, so these are the natural defense of our body. Okay, so and also while we are very small, that is while we are a young one, our parents may subject us to inject some vaccination. It also helps us to safeguard ourselves from the severe disease causing germs such as chickenpox, measles, and etc., pneumonia, etc. For these diseases also a vaccination has came. So before attacking of those germs, if we inject the vaccination in our body, it produces the immunity that fight against these germs, so that we cannot able to fight against those disease causing germs. Okay, so vaccine is a dose of weakened germs of a disease which is introduced into the body of a healthy person to build up his resistance towards the disease. Okay, so it is vaccination is nothing but weakened germs of a particular disease. If chickenpox is due to some bacteria or virus, we inject the vaccination related to chickenpox or virus with the help of weakened bacteria or viruses. We will inject those organisms into our body, and they will fight against the chickenpox organisms in order to overcome our body from that disease. Okay, so different vaccines are available for different diseases. Okay, this can be treated for children. Okay, so this vaccination is invented by Edward Jenner. He discovered the vaccination concept, okay, in 1976 in order to save many lives from various infectious disease. Right, today our topic is about vaccination. Did you clear, children? Now it's a homework part. Just complete your practice zone 4 in your concept book and questions 3, 4 and 12 in your workbook. Finish your work and don't forget to upload it in Google Classroom app. Okay, we can meet with more interesting topics in next session. Till then, stay safe, stay connected. Bye.